A disturbance in the Force. I sense. I thought we were talking about Star Trek today. Yeah, Star Wars, Star Trek, I don't see any difference. Yeah, Kamill, then let's talk about Star Trek. What's going on? Building blocks, Star Trek, big shakeup. Yeah, it used to be that a long time ago, the company Mega Constructs had the Star Trek license. That then went over to BlueBrixx. We know those sets. 2021, a lot of great sets. Maybe we can take a quick look at it later. How many sets were there? There were 75 sets. Blub has 75 sets. We can come back to whether that might have been a bit too much later. But that's just it. Of course, the phone wasn't on silent again.
I don't know how it works with him.
Yeah. He just bought the phone. Yeah. Everything stays in. There were 75 new sets, 75 otherwise. That was a hell of a lot. Well, I have way too much going for me to have messed up everyone if I wasn't a huge Star Trek fan. But I really thought the first Enterprises were really cool. I enjoyed building them.
But why did you say there were 75 sets, Max?
It's still 75, but there won't be any more sets. At least that's what the guys from BlueBrixx told us. Hello, Marco. In their last YouTube video, they talked about why things are a bit tricky with the minifigures. And yeah, what happens in 21 and what happens...
BlueBrixx lost the license. Rather, the license wasn't renewed. Well, I think lost. Such a harsh word. So I just think that the negotiations fell through. That the licensors of Star Trek wanted more than BlueBrixx was willing to give. But what does it actually mean in the end?
So, of course, it's speculation. You would know exactly what's going on. Maybe a competitor made a bid for it. BlueBrixx still has the Star Trek license until mid-25. So they would still sell it. And there are still many great sets also in the BlueBrixx online store. A lot of discounts. Check out Rubrica.com. You'll see all the discount promotions at a glance. But you can still buy sets in the local stores. I'm going on Sunday. I'll check it out and take you along. And then we'll see what's there. And then you're probably going to buy the Stargate Advent Calendar. Yeah. But that's just because I, as a person, me, as Max Leonhardt, I think Stargate is cooler. Please don't hate on Star Trek. That's true. My childhood, I was born so young.
I thought your name was Rubrica.
My name is Max from Rubrica. Kamill is working. What could happen now? Now the Star Trek license is gone from BlueBrixx. Yeah, so there will never be any more building block sets from Star Trek, right?
Exactly, at least not currently from BlueBrixx. As long as BlueBrixx doesn't have the license, they can't produce any new sets. They can't import fresh sets, so to speak, and bring them to market. And I think that's really tragic now. You said 75 sets. The guys at BlueBrixx really put a lot of energy into bringing this topic back to life. And now all of a sudden, they can't do anything anymore. The best part is the minifigures. The minifigures were announced, they were supposed to be produced, they were even already approved by a licensor, and now they're not coming anymore.
Yes, a huge issue for many fans, so I only found out about that later in the conversation. So suddenly the license is gone, but that was a long wait, and the topic here is that minifigures will only be available in a bundle later on, and that just can't be right. I feel like a lot of people were looking forward to that, and it's sad that now, well, it's really bad for BlueBrixx, so the fans are upset, but for BlueBrixx, they put in a lot of energy, and then it's just gone. 2001, but that's the licensing business. If you're not a billion-dollar Danish company, I think...
Yeah, maybe there's some speculation involved too. I'm putting on my nice watch and my nice hat now, just like Thorsten always says. Lego snatched the license away. Well, it's simply for the reason of harming BlueBrixx, of course, because they brought 75 assets to market, developed a lot, put in a lot of energy, and now it's all gone. Who knows for sure?
Yeah, that's quite a conspiracy theory. It's possible. I personally don't believe it now. I think there are probably 73 and over 70, probably over 80 different brick manufacturers already. We only have 5 of them on our price comparison, but there are many, many more to come. Maybe a Pentasy or a Mega got it back. So far, they don't know. We'll find out. I hardly think it will be left unused. I can't imagine that. Maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, it was a bit neglected, both between BlueBrixx and other things, but the future will show where it really goes and what happens with Star Trek. But today it's about BlueBrixx and Star Trek. Also about BlueBrixx, but you can see things like their own franchises, like the Blaustein Castle, how important that is for a company, because no one can take that away from you. BlueBrixx could build on this topic forever if they wanted to. The Blaustein Castle, how important that is for a company, because no one can take that away from you. BlueBrixx could build on this topic forever if they wanted to, and keep building, and keep building, And they don't lose anything because I think, as I said, they developed 75 sets, put in design, put in time, and they intentionally flooded the market because they loved the theme so much. And now they have nothing left of it.
Yeah, of course, they have something for every budget, for every fan. I know, I'm not a Star Trek fan myself, but there are probably more Star Trek fans than there are people in the world. So everyone gets their favorite Star Trek represented, and then also in big and small, depending on space, or for big budget clothing wallet. I can totally understand why they made 75. Yeah, but as you said, it's a license, and you don't have to be a small German company to hold on to the licenses when there are multi-billion-dollar companies that can bid for them. On the other hand, what can you do?
Developing your own franchises, such as?
There's the possibility maybe we use Franchise Nanny, just not like that.
I just have this American van right over here. You would like to take a look at it? American van? I don't know which franchise this could be from.
I think I once saw a dark 11 Iroquois in there, or a French high-speed taxi.
I don't know which franchise this could come from.
It must definitely be from the French high-speed franchise. It definitely can't be from the taxi franchise.
So there are also other ways to create sets. And I mean, that's how BlueBrixx started, and no one can take that away from them, except maybe someone wants to tie them up in a legal dispute.
Now we're getting into tricky territory. A few days ago, we got the info that some Mold King sets, which were very much inspired by Star Wars or Disney franchises, might be taken off the market because there was a legal dispute in China. We don't have any concrete facts yet. We only have rumors from a dealer, Haitian, who mentioned that he won't sell them anymore because of the legal dispute, but we don't know for sure.
On the other hand, there's a legal dispute with Mold King against Lego. So you can see that something is happening in China. On one hand, it's good for us because it brings a bit more legal certainty in the Chinese market. On the other hand, it's bad for us because we might have fewer sets. Although Lego focuses much more on the bricks that are used. So I mean, we've been looking into this trademark issue for a while now. Just a heads up, we're not giving legal advice. And there isn't, for example, there's no registered trademark or registered design for a Star Destroyer. So it's difficult to say, hey, just because it looks similar, you can't really pin it down 100%.
Yeah, it often doesn't just look similar. And of course, there are all kinds of them. There are explicitly the copies. We don't like those either. So here's the thing. We've both built copies before. No, I've built copies before. I admit that I was a student. Hey, those times are behind me. I don't judge. I prefer unique builds and appreciate effort. But basically, I think I wouldn't build copies myself. But if the set reminds me of the Millennium Falcon but uses completely different building techniques, and a mocker has put a lot of effort into it, then I'm all for building that too. So I'm just remembering the Lego Star Wars chess set. That wasn't Lego, that wasn't Star Wars, it was just chess. It was called Imperial Galaxy Chess or something like that. 1,000. Yeah. And hey, I'm totally for it. I thought it was cool, great building techniques, super exhausting to build. We've covered the topic of mockeys in other videos, but there's not always legal certainty around it. I don't see a big problem here.
Yeah, and like I said, BlueBrixx has to think about whether the licensing business really makes that much sense in the end. Because now we have the Stargate licenses and we're getting a lot more licenses in. I think you need that to push the brand, but do you really put in that much work that you develop 75 sets for it and still have a bunch in the drawer? So I mean, this brainstorming and the thoughts about everything that was supposed to come, well, it's huge.
Not much seen.
Gigantic. So this year, immense work and immense achievement. So hats off to BlueBrixx for doing it that way. Look at how many sets LEGO releases in the Star Wars franchise each year. That's not 5 and 70. We need to check that, well, I don't think there were ever 75 before.
Okay, but you can't compare apples to oranges when it comes to how much money Lego has. So that, and the manpower behind it, they could if they wanted to.
Yeah, they don't do that either. So the flood of sets that BlueBrixx has delivered to us, I haven't seen that from any other manufacturer on such a large scale for a single topic.
Really, but I'm so deep into it that I really look at every single release. So, just a few months at LEGO and I was surprised how many LEGO sets are coming onto the market. But it's true, there were always only 5 or 6 LEGO Star Wars sets. Yeah, but as you said, they probably still need licenses somewhere because we know LEGO really struggled in the early years and only through this licensing business and the overall changes they made, they managed to create that huge upswing and hype so that today they're back where they are. So I wouldn't completely condemn it, but it is what it is. So what resonates with us is, what's your favorite set from BlueBrixx that you have from Blaustein? Yeah. What's the coolest set from Brixx? In my opinion, the Blaustein Castle in 2001. You have to today, so they really hit the jackpot. Hit the jackpot. They know best themselves how much of what they sell. They need to listen to our silly internet idiots. They know that best themselves. I trust them. But especially with Blaustein, I haven't built the Astronomer's Tower yet, the lighthouse. It does look pretty cool.
It's not my thing. That's why it's not there yet, Max. That's why you have to build it yourself. Now you're getting an advent calendar.
I was just about to say, I'm building the small one. Maybe it'll get you so hooked that I want to get the big one. That's definitely possible. We'll see?
Exactly. But as I said, let's not forget, I think the franchise has to be the way, grow bigger. I mean, BlueBrixx is no longer a small company. We've immensely grown in the last few years. And I think to be able to survive in the market or to keep growing, you need the franchise theme. But probably, I personally wouldn't shoot at such huge sparrows. So now, my personal opinion is that I wouldn't just throw out 75 sets right away, but rather see how everything develops and just not completely flood the market with it. Because like I said, it can be gone from one day to the next. I mean, the Star Trek license was extended once, and the second time it just didn't fit anymore. It didn't work out, and now it's over. That's just the sad part.
Yeah. Good thing is we already got a few sets before. I'll probably get a few more. That's the question now for you or for you. What sets would you still like for Star Trek that you really want to get? So, here on rebricky.com, you can compare BlueBrixx sets. You can check out BlueBrixx. You'll find everything there, let's be honest. But a lot is also in the local store. And let me know what you're missing or what you've picked up. Head over to Rebreaker and find the best prices. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, and hit the bell. Exactly, it's important for the algorithm. We're looking forward to it. See you in the next video. Bye.